The most anti-business president the United States has ever seen, convicted felon Donald Trump, is losing it with the Wall Street Journal on Air Force One. I mean, he's completely unhinged, acting like a little titty baby, pitching a hissy fit. Play the clip.
Who are you with? Wall Street Journal. That's right. Well, you people treat us so badly. Wall Street Journal has truly gone to hell. Go ahead. Yeah, rotten newspaper. You hear what I said? It's a rotten newspaper.
Okay. He says it's a rotten newspaper and they've truly gone to hell. And he says this because they won't go along with all of his bullshit. Even hard right-wing conservatives are calling him out because this man is destroying the United States economy for sport, for Vladimir Putin. I don't know which. Maybe because he's just breathtaking incompetent and just wants to destroy everything because he's so mad that he lost 2020 and perhaps also on a Freudian level that his mom and dad didn't love him. All right, next up, we have a complete psychopath who has always been by Trump's side, and I'm talking about Stephen Miller. This is so disturbing and this is so alarming. This clip is just mind-boggling. Please play it.
Be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding. So as we close the Department of Education and we provide funding to states, we are going to make sure that these funds are not being used to promote communist ideology. For any nation to be successful, it cannot teach its children to hate themselves and to hate their country. So these are a few of the areas in which President Trump has fought the cancerous communist woke culture that was destroying this country, where we were led to believe that men were women, that women were men, that racial discrimination was good, that merit was bad, and that safety and physical security mattered less than the feelings of liberal ideologues.
Okay, this guy is such a psychopath. I think it's Ron Filipkowski with the Midas touch that calls him German Miller, which I think is totally perfect. But who is MAGA? Are you the thought police? I mean, you have to control what little kids think. Are you kidding me? What about teaching kids critical thinking? What about them writing essays about the gun problem in the United States, the fact that they have to do gun drills? But you're talking about this imaginary problem where women don't know if they're women and men don't know if they're men. This is a genital-obsessed MAGA movement. And what they're doing is they're trying to identify somebody to blame all of middle class's problems on, instead of the fact that the rich people don't pay enough in their taxes. So who do they pick on? They pick on immigrants. They pick on the LGBTQ plus community. And specifically, they love picking on trans people, less than 1% of the population. And you have all of these people on MAGA going ape shit bananas, thinking that kids are going to school and getting their wieners whacked off. This is a lie. It is false. It is 1,000,000% false. And everybody in the media needs to start calling it out. The reason you can't have nice things is not because of the LGBTQ plus community. It's not because of Black people. It's not because of immigrants. It's because of white men thinking they are better than everybody else, and they don't have to pay taxes and they don't have to honor the rule of law. That is why. And kids in America should be able to go to school and think whatever the fuck they want to think, because this is a free country. All right, the next clip is Donald Trump talking about the big birthday party he's throwing for himself.
The president also told me that next month he's planning a military parade celebrating the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army that also falls on his 79th birthday.
We're going to have a big, beautiful parade.
A military parade?
Yeah, sure. Okay. We're going to celebrate our military. We have the greatest military in the world.
Tag,
People, peanuts compared to the value of doing it. We have the greatest missiles in the world. We have the greatest submarines in the world. We have the greatest army tanks in the world. We have the greatest weapons in the world. And we're going to celebrate it.
All right. This is a fundamental difference between like the religious right MAGA movement and the rest of the world. Their focus, as you notice, is on incarcerating people, showing off weapons that kill people. And on the left, we're talking about expanding rights for people, making a more just, fair place for everybody, not judging people. But the MAGA movement, and specifically these right-wing Christian nationalists, get so excited when you talk about incarceration and bombs and the military. And this is not what any country should be trotting around in the streets, especially celebrating this wannabe dictator who's not that bright, who I believe has a low IQ. That's why he always accuses everybody else of not having one. And probably this is some sort of Freudian penile issue that we've got to trot out all these big phallic style symbols. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. All right. Governor Greg Abbott in Texas is a big MAGA thumper, triple Trumper nut job. And he continues to perpetuate the lie about kids using litter boxes in schools, which is a total lie that only the far right-wing MAGA cult believes. Play the clip.
Can you name a school where it has been confirmed that students are using litter boxes?
Well, what we do with this bill is we prevent that from happening, but what we don't take out.
Can you name a school where it has been confirmed that students are using litter boxes? This was at the top of your press release. This was mentioned when you introduced this bill, created quite a stir. So I'm asking, can you name a school where it's been confirmed that there are litter boxes being provided to students?
For this purpose, no, I cannot.
Your tweet about this bill was flagged by the app itself under their community notes. And their fact check said sensationalist claims about furries literally behaving as animals and receiving accommodations such as litter boxes have been repeatedly debunked as hoaxes. Is that correct?
It was flagged on, community notes?
Okay. I find it concerning that these types of debunked conspiracy theories are being used by politicians at the highest levels of our government, including in this legislature, who know that they're incorrect. Are you aware that Governor Abbott said, quote, kids go to school dressed up as cats with litter boxes in their classrooms?
Sure.
Okay. So here you have this push to try to get people to not care about educating their children. And this is happening specifically in red states first. You see this big push. We're not concerned about the fact that the number one killer of children in the United States is guns, and that people take guns into schools and kill people with reckless abandon. No, the pro-life MAGA movement doesn't give a shit about that. But instead, they make up lies that kids are going to school dressed as cats, using their hands and feet, and taking a shit in a litter box. It has not happened. It doesn't happen. There's not one piece of evidence that this has ever happened. Yet, living in Oklahoma City, I heard multiple people say this. Oh, I know somebody in this town. Her daughter said she saw it. This happened nationwide. You have stupid people that want to believe stupid things, conspiracy theories that are 100% false, instead of dealing with the fact that education systems in red states, like the state I live in, is ranked 49th or 50th, depending on which poll you look at. 49th or 50th. Texas, low-ranked education. What are they doing? They're spending their time making up bogus lies about kids taking a dump in a litter box at a school instead of actually trying to make a better place. The Furries Act? Are you kidding me? It's just, it shows how stupid the right wing of American politics is, and how they prey on people that like to traffic in conspiracy theories and who are so easily scared, who are just so easily fearful of facts and critical thinking that they fall prey to this. All right, please support our show by supporting our sponsor, you guys. I had this rash on my arm right here, and it wouldn't go away, So I was like, I need to go to a skin specialist. So I downloaded the app ZocDoc, and I was able to enter my insurance information. And ta-da, it popped up a doctor. Within 48 hours, I was in the doctor's office, and then I had a cream. The rash is totally cleared up. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, and you can click to instantly book an appointment. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. So listeners, stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/IHIP to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/IHIP. ZocDoc.com/IHIP. So thank you for our sponsor for supporting our show. Let's get back to the news. You guys, some people are starting to rise above all of this authoritarian bullshit intimidation and show a spine and show some courage. Pop up this post. So you know that all of these law firms bent the knee, and law firms uphold the rule of law. The rule of law upholds business, capitalism, civil rights, justice, etc. But there is a lawyer by the name of Mr. Lowell, and he has launched his own firm, Lowell and Associates, dedicated to defending officials and organizations who are unjustly targeted by Trump's legal maneuvers. He's building a team of attorneys who left major firms in protest of their employers' capitulation to political pressure, and he's determined to uphold the rule of law instead of caving to intimidation. And there are many law firms across the United States who are juxtaposing these law firms that went into Donald Trump and bent the knee. We cannot lose the rule of law. The rule of law upholds everything. So kudos to Mr. Lowell for having a spine, for having some courage. And I want to play you this last clip. And this is the governor of Maine, AKA should be everybody's spirit animal. She took on Donald Trump. She looked him right in the face. She said, "I'll see you in court." And she kicked his ass in court. Play the clip.
I stood in the White House, and when confronted by the President of the United States, I told him I'd see him in court. Well, I did see him in court, and we won. I am so pleased to say that Aaron Fry's able representation of the state of Maine has resulted in a binding agreement by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins and all of her staff, whereby they agree to refrain from freezing, terminating, or otherwise interfering with the state of Maine's access to USDA funds allocated to any official or agency or department of the state of Maine based on alleged violations of Title IX.
Kudos to this woman. She refused to trample on the rights of trans Americans. And Donald Trump tried to call her out and bully her in the White House. And she said, "I'll see you in court." And she took him to court, a place that Trump always loses in. And she looked at the bully, unlike those law firms, and said, "I am not doing this. I'm on the right side of history. Let's tee it up. Let's go." And she won. And we need more and more and more of this. And we need to platform all of these people that have the balls to stand up to this man, because underneath the bravado, underneath the chewing out the Wall Street Journal, he is an insecure, weak, complaining, whining titty baby to his core. The reason he's not trying to go into the legislature and pass legislation is because he knows it wouldn't pass. So he does these bullshit, chicken shit executive orders, and they lose in court every single time. All right, please support our channel. We're on our way to 1 million, and I'll see you all later.